Okay, rolling whenever you're ready. Start.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming. It really actually means a lot to me that you're here. As far as being the back of your head, or no longer the back of your head in the film era, so it really means a lot to have your support right now. And big crowd obviously, but just try and keep it low and mellow. Don't distract anyone up front. And actually we're missing a couple people. My parents couldn't be here today because my mom's out of town, and you know she would bring snacks, so that's unfortunately that you couldn't have her here. And then my dad is one of those biker/lawyers, so he's probably out suing carbs or something like that. And you know the guys I'm talking about, right? You know they walk around in packs matching spandex. The only thing I find more embarrassing than their matching uniforms is when they accidentally match street clothes. How accidental can it be when they went shopping together the day before? So another thing that they don't really care about the bike riding anymore. It's kind of gone from that to fashion statements, and now they kind of compete in most obscure diet habits as well as most daring leg hair removal. And you know, they've got one guy going, "Bro, I shaved my legs," and the other guy's going, "Dude, I shaved my chest." And the other guy's going, "I can't even tell you where I shaved." And you don't want to know those kinds of things, but they're proud. Oh man, sorry, says a little offensive for Elliot back there. Anyway, the only thing they love more than each other is their equipment. And my dad actually brings his bike inside the house at night. He doesn't leave it in the garage because he doesn't want it to get stolen. Which I totally understand, because if I was robbing the place, I would definitely walk past the BMW and head straight for the 10-speed bike. He leaves it in the living room before he's ready to bring her upstairs and like give her a rub down at night. And it drives my mom crazy, and I swear to God, she's gonna kick him out of the house for it. But it's okay, because he was planning on running off with Chris anyway. And we're okay now. So, I hope you guys can hear me okay. The mic's on. I don't really need it. Obviously, you're all in the front. But I kind of more use it as a tool, like a little prop. Kind of like gave me some confidence, like when a guy feels really confident because he's got a big gun. I had to censor myself because we're in the school right now. But you know, like it's okay if you say in biology. Last year, actually, in my history class, we learned about a book about the Protestant work ethic called Ragged Dicks and Struggling Upwards. True story. No, don't laugh, because we were in the middle of class and had Dr. Dennis Shannon telling us this story about this book. And you just can't laugh about dicks in front of a guy with a PhD. It's just not okay. So we were trying to keep our cool, you know, not trying to make a fool of ourselves. And I went to look up this book because this is absolutely absurd for me to believe that this is a real thing. And it's a real book. It checks out. And on the back, it describes the hero as streetwise and cocky. And I want to go to him and go, "Dude, the guys on the front cover are totally screwing you over right now." And then it goes on to say that the book is wildly popular with the young audience. And it's probably because guys everywhere are walking through bookstores going, "I totally have that." And picking it up and reading it to their friends. Although, they're probably a little embarrassed. Bye, thanks for coming. She couldn't handle dicks either. Anyway, so the book, then I find out at the end that it's actually two separate books, Ragged Dicks and Struggling Upwards, which means that someone made the decision to put those two titles on the same cover. I guess they're just trying to get a bestseller, but it's cool. I'm getting way too old to laugh at dicks now. Although I know it doesn't look like it, because last month, I was getting my nails done for prom, and the woman doing my nails said, "Oh, you're going to a bat mitzvah tonight?" And I said, "No, I'm not 13 anymore, I'm going to prom." And she was like, "Oh, your mom lets you date older men." No, my senior prom, I'm 17, and like I was kind of okay with it, but not really, and she was kind of apologetic, but not really. So then she goes on to ask me, "So who's your boyfriend then?" And that's kind of where our conversation fizzled out. Have that conversation. But I actually, a confession to all of you, I know this might sound a bit of a surprise, but I've never had a boyfriend. But I came close once, last year, and it's funny, but it was kind of more like I was the boyfriend in the situation, more so than he was. because he asked me to pick him up on our first date. I did. I honked from the driveway, waited for him to come out, complimented his hair, all that. And it was really romantic. He texted me every day. And then I had to end it over the phone because I was, the typical boyfriend. And it just couldn't last. And he was really heartbroken because he really wanted a girlfriend. And I wanted a boyfriend, but I really just wanted a boyfriend more than a girlfriend. So we went out, and that's kind of how it ended. And I guess that's kind of how relationships have been going for me, not really existent, which is fine. But I did actually spend some time heading with the hardcore man-eaters of our grade. And we hung out. No, it's a true story. We hung out. And I was kind of this adorable little friend who's just a little more inexperienced than everyone else in the group. And I kind of stood out a little bit. And I was more like a little pet because they could tell me anything and I had no idea what they were saying. Every once in a while my ears would just perk up because I was hungry or because I thought I heard something. And so I was sitting there thinking God, when are we going to eat next? And we go to this adorable little place, Pleasures of the Heart. It was a sex store. And I've never been more uncomfortable in my entire life. And we walked in and I was so shocked and appalled that I was walking into a sex store and I was just so uncomfortable and they were so amused. Annie, what do you expect? It was, it's a sex store. And I was like, oh, well, it's called Pleasures of the Heart. I guess I was expecting cheeseburgers or something like that. Not this. But I was really embarrassing them too because I was giggling around oh, there's underwear on that wall. It's got ruffles on it. An animal print. I was dying, and they knew that I couldn't be part of their friendship anymore. We had different interests. I was always hungry, and they were craving something else. So anyway, this whole relationship thing, not my gig, but Hannah and I were going to a stand-up show. You guys know Hannah. I don't know if she's here. I can't tell if she's in the audience. No, she's right there. Who'd you have to fight to get those seats?
I had to get here at 5 or something.
I bet you did. Wow. Well, I'm impressed. Thank you so much. She's great. And we went to a stand-up club, and stand-up comedy club, and we were there. And I would say the percentage of comedians who were single and or divorced was about all of them. And I figured I'd have to choose one or the other. And I didn't want to be divorced because it's messy and you have to involve lawyers and they're always late because they're riding their bikes to work. And so I decided, single's okay with me. I'll just be single. And it's awesome and I'm okay because I have this blazer. Bear with me here. I love this blazer because I was sitting in the car going home from the comedy club so upset because I'm going to be single forever. And I realized that I have this blazer, and in this blazer, I can be the man and the woman. And I do want kids eventually in my life because, they'd be adorable, and I just figured by the time I'm ready, I'll just clone myself. And see how awesome a kid is. And it'll be great because I'll never have to worry about her getting in trouble or getting pregnant. But by the time she's 30 and still living at home waiting for her big break in comedy, I think it'll be time for me to pay someone to get her out of the house and whisk her away in the back of their Harley-Davidson with the promise of his and her tattoos. But I'll still love her, always. And it'd be great to actually kind of switch the roles and see what it'd be like to mothering this kind of child. And, I think I'd be a little more supportive of her decision to wear a Spider-Man Halloween costume 3 years in a row. Because I respect the fact that she wants to be her own hero. And, a keeper of justice. So many words. And I guess that's how I describe myself in middle school, although others would just say that I was a bully. And it's true. I bit a couple kids. But what I really feel bad about is Virgil Taylor. And I really do feel bad because I made him cry every day for a year. And I feel awful, I really do. And I'm not proud of it at all. But there came a point where I realized it was out of control and everyone knew how much I hated him and I had to be a little nicer. Because we were in the school play and we were a couple. Naturally. And we were exiting together and he was reaching for my hand with his gross, grimy, boogery fingers. And after we exited, I was like, Virgil, stop, I'm not going to hold your hand. And he just looked at me and he started crying and I said it loud and clear, but he understood, as did the whole audience, because our mics were still on. So everyone heard me tell him about because I really do believe that he might come back and kill me one day. I will still try. But I figured if I can survive doing this show, I can survive anything. And by that time, my mom will be back to divert him with snacks, and he'll be distracted by the smooth lady legs of my father. That's all. Thank you.